Alright, welcome back to NMG Cards. As you may see, I have a different setup than what I had last time. I just didn't find it as appealing to the eye as the last setup did. So I just changed it up a bit. And right now, I'm just going to show you some CGC stuff. Or at least some previews of what I'm going to send. Well, to be honest, I'm not sending these cards anymore just because of the time frame doesn't fit when I needed them. So I was gonna send this in bulk submission. I think it was going to be, it's gonna take around 3 months, but now that they got a lot of popularity, they're taking about 4 to 5 months. That's what several people are telling me. So, and it's not convenient for me to do it and wait 5 months. So I just decided not to do it and probably wait a couple months. Hopefully go down in wait time. If not, then I don't know what I'll do then. But I just decided to show you guys what I was planning to send. Cause I already looked at it and inspected them. I just decided to do it. Why not? Just because I already put the time, might as well do it. So I guess we'll start from the least likely to get a 9 or anything above the 9. So I had them organized. So this is my stack that I expect to get at 8.5 or less. So this is the Pikachu that comes, the promo Pikachu that comes in the Darkness Ablaze blister pack. This is not the cereal one. So the problem with this card is it's off-centered and there's slight whitening on the top of the card. There's some whitening on top of the card. I guess I can take it out, so I'm not gonna use it anymore. Not sure if you can see that. Take off the sticky note. See if that helps. You can't. Yeah, you really can't see that, but yeah, it doesn't focus, but there's some centering issues with this card. A little bit. It's more to the left than it's to the right. There's some whitening, some edge wear as well, and some corners. Some corners are like slightly not dense, but there's some scuff on it. So that's what I thought this Pikachu would get at probably like an 8. I don't expect it to get around a 9 or better. Yeah, so following that Pikachu is this Pikachu. So I believe this, I can't remember which promo Pikachu this is or where I got it from, but the problem with this card, again, another off-centered card. Again, with this is the main issue with the promos, is they're off-centered. And there's a slight nick on the top. You can't really tell, but I'll try to include some pictures of it, but there's like a slight nick up there. And I just honestly believe this card will probably grade an 8 or 8.5 because the edges and some corners have slight scuffs on them. And then I have some Charizards. So the problem with this Charizard, what did I expect? Again, another one that's mostly off-centered, and I can't remember what I said was wrong with this Charizard. I guess I can mention, since this is part of the video, I'm probably gonna make another video, but while I'm investing heavily into this Charizard promo card, as you can see from the submissions, I have a lot of Charizards, but I'll make that into another video of why I'm choosing to invest into it. But this issue is mainly the off-centered. It's slightly off-centered, and there's some scuff wear on that top right corner. Not sure if you can see it, but I'll try it again. I'll try to include some pictures of it. But that's mainly the main part, because I heard CGC is very critical when it comes to centering. So I just like to hope for the best, but I plan for the worst. So that's why I think this Charizard particularly will grade an 8.5. Just put it back in here. Just put all the cards back. I need to take that cool thumbnail because it's YouTube. And another Charizard V promo. Again, same issue, slightly off-centered, some scuffs in the corner, and some whitening as well. I won't go through every card just so I don't want to make this video too long. Then I have this Mega Venusaur and Mega Blastoise EX from the Evolution set. And the main problem with this issue is the same one with every Evolutions card. The centering is awful. The centering is pretty bad. It's more left than to right. Same issue with the top and bottom, especially with this Blastoise one. This more left, and it's more towards the left and more towards the bottom. And again, some edge wear. Not sure if you can see it, but there's some edge wear. I believe there were some scratches as well when I looked at it. There were some surface scratches on this as well. And the Venusaur one, same issue, off-centered, whitening, and I don't think this one had scratches. I think it was just the whitening and the centering on this card. And this Gardevoir VMAX Rainbow, look at that centering. It's worse than the Venusaur and Blastoise one. It's just not the greatest. And I believe it had a nick or a scuff on the top left corner. Not sure if you can see that, but there were some scuffs on it. But gorgeous card, just not CGC 9 or not just CGC 9 worthy. And into that, we can go with our 9s, which are all promos, and one in the 25th anniversary card. I guess we could start with that. So let's start with this Pikachu 25th anniversary card. As you can see, the surface or the front of the card looks to be in good condition. Centering, it's decent, not off-centered as the other cards. It's slightly off-centered, but nothing that I believe is like the 8.5 ones. There was no nicks in the corners, no scuffs, no whitenings, because as soon as I opened that cereal box, I put it into a sleeve. I've seen some people who received some CGC grades already with this card, and the only ones I've seen were a 9. I've never seen anything better than a 9. I'll try to include a picture of the one I seen up on the screen, but I've seen some people already grade this card with CGC. Same thing with the Pikachu from the McDonald's promo, if anyone knows that. So again, all 9s. Well, hopefully there were gonna be 9s. V promos, a ton of but over 40 Charizard V promos raw. Hopefully, and I wanted to get them graded, but again, I wasn't planning on doing the waiting 5 months, because logistically, the logistics for me just aren't there for me. Again, this card didn't have, the centering was not that bad, but it wasn't great. Same thing with these. Most of these, I'll just show you, just preview the backs for each one, but most of these are essentially, they're just not great on the centering. They're decent, not great. Not like the 9.5s or 9s that I'm going to show you soon. But yeah, just centering issues, and they might have some scratches, like 1 or 2 scratches on the surface, but I don't think they were gonna be 9.5 worthy. A strong 9, yes, but a 9, not a 9.5 worthy. And we go with the other 9s. These are more full arts and amazing rares, as you can see. Oh yeah, and some shinies that I was planning to send, but again, so let's start with this full art trainer, Team Skull Grunt. All right, so the issue with this card was, it was just some scratches on the back. When I was looking at it, there were some scratches on the back. The centering wasn't bad, and it's not that bad. It's not great, but not that bad. And I think that was just it. Just some scratches on it. It was a few scratches. But again, I'd like to plan for the worst and hope for the best. And this amazing rare, Celebi, there's some scratches on the actual, not sure what you call it, the amazing rare part. But on the rainbow part, there were some scratches on it. And the centering is not the best. Again, not 9.5 worthy, but I'll say 9 worthy. I think that was just it. Just the scratches and some in the centering. That was the only issue that I found with this card. And the next one is Kaibu Full Art Rainbow. I pulled this card on a Hartani box. Actually pulled this card, the Gardevoir VMAX, and the Gardevoir V, and I pulled a regular VMAX from one box. From all 4 packs had an ultra rare or better. So I got very lucky with that. But so let's continue. The Kaibu Full Art, again, centering's decent. This probably could grade 9.5 if it wasn't for some I believe it was some whitening on the top actually. Not sure how whitening happens, but there was some whitening on my card. I think that was just it, some whitening, and centering's not great. I mean, it's better than most cards, but it's not the best. So that's why I said this will grade a 9.5. And the next card is a Gardevoir V Full Art. It's, again, centering, not the best. See, most of these 9s are just mainly because of centering, and there's like some, like very, like few scratches, maybe 1 or 2 on the surface of the card, but that's about it. This Orbeetle Shiny that I pulled from a Shining Fates 10. It seems to be the Shining Fates has some very high pull rates. The issue with this card is the centering, as always, as most sets are, just slightly off center on the back. But this Shiny looks to be very clean. I just said it was gonna grade a 9. And this Lapras V Shiny. Same issue, centering. Well, actually, no. I'm not sure why this probably could grade a 9.5. But again, I pulled this from a Shiny Fates 10 that I found at retail. I only found 110 left, so decided to open it. And not a bad card. I actually believe this card could grade a 9.5. The Ditto VMAX, I believe it's one of the hardest cards to pull in the Shiny Fates set. At least for the shinies. Haven't seen that many on the market. I think the price for this card raw goes for around 40. Might have gone down by the time I'm recording this video. But this card is off-centered from top to bottom and from left to right. I mean, it's more to the right than it is to the left, so it's off-centered. This card probably could grade a 9. And the Gym Trainer, another card I pulled from the Shining Fates 10. This card slightly off center, more left than to right, and more bottom than to top. So, I mean, again, this card could grade a 9, but I'm just repeating myself at this point. And just the promo, I was planning on getting the promo graded, the Eldegoss V promo, but again, not able to get it graded just because I don't want to deal with the logistics of it. It's more to the top than to the bottom, but that's about it. Just the centering on this card. No scratches on this card. And I guess we can go with some other 9s. At least these 2 are 9s. So this Rayquaza Amazing Rare. These are not my cards. I was gonna get them graded for someone else, but this Rayquaza Amazing Rare, strong 9 on this card. Slightly off center, no scuff marks on the card, no whitening on the card, just off center. That's really it. That's the only issue with this card. In the Japanese version, Red's Challenge, I believe this is that card. But again, this full art had no issues on it whatsoever. This could grade a 9. This could grade a 9.5, but I was planning for it to grade a 9 just because I want to be conservative on what I'm saying. And possibly 9. So these here, I believe, will grade. I think these here could grade an 8.5 or 9. Again, same issue as most cards. Well, actually, the Japanese cards, I'm not sure. These 2 Japanese cards, the Reshiram and Charizard tag team, I believe the off-centering. Well, it's hard to tell. But I believe it's off-centered from right to left. It's more to the right than it is to the left. That's just from what I'm seeing here. Slightly off-centered. There were some scratches on this card. There was like a few scratches on this card. I do remember that. Same thing with this Twin Energy Secret Rare. I believe there were some scratches on this card, and the centering is not the best, but it's decent enough to get a 9. And this Zekrom and Pikachu. Again, this card looks great. The back looks great. It looks okay, decent. I'll say decent. Just, I don't know if it's me, but it's slightly to the right than it is to the left. And I think that's about it. There was no scratches or anything on that card. And this Slowpoke and Psyduck GX tag team card, it was, yeah, slightly off-centered. That's about it. I should include notes next time I do this. I should write some sticky notes on what I believe is wrong with the card. And slightly off-centered. I believe that's about it. And this Coughing card, I believe this is from the Cosmic Eclipse set. But the only issue with this card, it's this little scuff at the top right corner of the card. I'm not sure if you can see it. There's like scuff marks on that corner, and that's about it. So could it grade a 9.5? Possibly, but I just chose to do it to make it grade a 9. And these cards are the ones I believe were graded 8.5 or lower. So let's start it off with this Unit Secret Rare Energy. Unit Energy Secret Rare, sorry about that. Centering, decent. But wait, actually, I take that back. This could grade a 9. I did not know. I thought this card had whitening, but it doesn't. This card has no whitening on the top, no whitening on the bottom, nor does it have any scratches on the back that I remember of. I don't think it has scratches on the front, and the corners look decent. So could it grade a 9? Yes. Well, I'm not sure what I put it in the 8.5 stack. Okay, so this Charizard, I remember exactly what was wrong with this Mega Charizard. So this card actually has scratches on the front of it. Has a few scratches on the front of it. There is some whitening on this top part. Not sure if you can see it. There's some whitening on that top part, and centering is decent, but just the whitening and the scratches I believe could grade an 8.5 or lower. That was the only issue with that card. And this Raichu and Alan Raichu GX, if I can pick it up. Again, centering not great, but decent enough. And yeah, there's some whitening on the top. Not sure if you can see it, but since I have some light, I'm not sure if you can really see the whitening. But there is whitening on the top of the card, and there were a few scratches on this, I believe, if I remember correctly. There were a few scratches on this card, so that's what I believe it would have graded an 8.5 or lower. So with that, I guess we can go with the cards I believe would grade a 9.5 or better. We record for 18 minutes. Let's go through this fast. So this Charizard V promo, great card, slightly off-centered. So actually, now looking at it, I don't believe this could grade a 9.5 just because of the centering itself. So I'm not sure why I put it exactly with this, but I do not believe, looking back at it, I do not believe this card could grade a 9.5. This other Charizard V promo, centering's decent, looks pretty good, pretty spot on. No scratches, no scuff marks, no whitening. Looks to be in pristine conditions. That's why I believe that card. Same thing with this Charizard V from the Vivid Voltage set, this rare. Off center, yes, but yeah, could grade a 9 just because of the centering. Now looking back at it, see, this is why I like to look back at my cards, because this card looks off center to me now than what it did before. So I actually think this could grade a 9, not a 9.5. Well, that's it for me today. I made this 20-minute video. Thank you guys for sticking for this long if you have. But I have some important news coming up in the next video, and I'll let you know soon. So remember to hit the subscribe button. Remember to follow us on Instagram at NMG Cards, and join our Discord group. I'm always posting buy lists and sell lists on there. So if you're looking to sell your collection to me, I'm happy to buy it off. Thank you guys for listening. Until next time, peace.